Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be kind of a different video. I'm going to be showing you how I got this like everyday kind of look for me. If you're interested in that, just keep watching. But yeah, thank you for coming back and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey guys, what's up? It's future me. I'm editing this video and I didn't realize how much I said the word dab in this video, so every time I say the word dab, you should probably take a shot and make it a drinking game. So what I think I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and get my baby skin instant pore eraser from Maybelline, and I'm just gonna put it all over my face like that much, and I put it like a little U. Like a little smiley face. And I'm just gonna go all around my nose, under my eyes, and smooth it all out. Also right here, I don't like to like look ugly right there, so then I go there too. I don't know why I do that. I'm also gonna get my Josie Maran. So before I put that on earlier, like about 15 minutes earlier, I put my Josie Maran oil on when I wake up. After I wash my face, I only put like a couple of like drops. It looks like that. This one is the 100% pure argan oil light. It's a light one and it's the new one. Shout out to Audie for giving me this. It's like works so great for my skin, especially since like moving up here, my skin is so used to like the humidity, the heat, sweating all the time, and here it's so cold all the time, so my skin's extra dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm not even gonna drop any. I just like tap off the excess and then I just put a little bit on my lips like that, and then I just like rub it around. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to my Age Rewind concealer. It's running really low, so I need to get it a new one, and I'm just gonna put some under my eyes. I'm not gonna put a lot, only because I'm gonna put more concealer on in a little bit, because I have a really bad like sleeping problem, so I have really bad dark circles. So I'm just gonna put it under my eye and right there. I'm gonna get my beauty blender, and then my mirror is right here, so like I'm looking down, but like hopefully I think y'all can see. I'm just gonna tap. And with this one, I like to, with this concealer on the bottom, I like to put it over the top of my lid as well, just so it can be even out, because I do have like very veiny like eyelids, and they're very prominent, if that makes sense. Is that the word? I don't know, I'm trying to sound smart. Just make sure it's all good in the neighborhood. And since I did some self-tanner, I'm kind of like way too light, like my face is way too light for my body, and it's a horrible job, like honestly, whatever. So I'm gonna take my MAC foundation. This is my darkest one at the moment because it's from when I was in Texas, and this is the shade NC30. I'm gonna kind of like, I don't have like the little squirter. Alexa, next song. I don't have the little Alexa, next song. Alexa, next song. I'm gonna dab it down, and then I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna get my brush, Flawless Face brush, and then I'm just gonna get the excess on the top of the jar there, dab it in there, and then that's how much I got, and I'm just gonna tap it all around. And then once I get like it disputed everywhere, then I'll start to like go in like circular motions. But for this, I just like to dab, and then I'll go and buffer it in when I feel that there's like not a lot of product on there. Get my eyes, the top. It's gonna look funky right now, especially because it's a brush, so you might see like brush streaks because my skin's not the best. but I'm going to fix that with the Beauty Blender here in a second. And when I feel like I want a little bit more coverage, I go ahead and like dab the top of, you see how all the product just went back down? I dab the top of that, and then I just dab here, and then I blend as well. Keep blending. And a thing with the MAC, this MAC foundation, it does oxidize, so I like to bring it down, and so that way my neck matches my face. And as you can see, it's still not the same color, so I'll just go ahead and do it as my chest. When I'm done with this portion, what I'll do is I'll look at my face and assess it and see if I need any more, or like depending on the type of coverage I want, I'll do like more, but if I like it, then it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So now I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand Sable. It's shade 20. This is what it looks like. And just put that under my eye. There you go. Okay. So now, since my sponge is a little dry, I'm gonna my sink is right here, so I'm just gonna wet it. So now I'm just gonna go, I like to let this set for a little bit, like not too long, but like enough to let it dry a little bit, because I feel like it sticks better. So then I'm just gonna lightly dab this, because I want the product to stay there, but I don't want it to I don't want it to move. So I just want it to blend into my skin. And then this one, with this concealer as well, I'll go and put it in the top with the excess. And then that way it's just all one color. I'm not like 5 shades. See this side as well. So I recently got a security camera, and it's so awesome. I got it because I came home from work one day and my doorknob was like broken, and although I don't want to think that like somebody tried to break in, because my deadbolt wasn't broken into, it was just kind of like a scary thing that happened. So I called my management to get the door handle fixed, and then I called Evan and he told me to get a security camera. So I got one, and it's so cool. Like, it tells us when like there's motion out there. So like right now I was getting notifications that like we had motion out there. So what I'm gonna do right now is I shake up my powder. I'm gonna take my Fit Me powder, my Fit Me loose finishing powder. It's in the shade Fair Light number 10. I'm just gonna take my same Beauty Blender, and I like to shake it up, and then I'll put it into the tapa, the top. I like to put that much on in my CRV, and then I just dab it into the powder, my Beauty Blender. And what I'll do is I'll just dab like that much, you see. Oh my god, I've never like looked up while doing that. I have like powder on my eye. What a fail. How many of y'all like started listening to Kuko because of my post? Like, y'all should really try to listen to him. He's so like funny, because I feel like he's like one of us. I'm just like setting my under eye area. So what I'm gonna do is, since I have creasing on the top of my lid because I didn't set it fast enough, I'm going to take this, it's like a Domi brush from from Morphe. It came in one of those like brush sets. I'm not quite sure what the name of this one is, but if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box below. Just like to make sure everything is like not creasing, and then I'll get my Beauty Blender. It's already like, this is all the excess powder that was on there, and I'll just like rub it down. And I like to look down for this because I have hooded eyelids, and I don't like for it to crease, so I'll do this before I like open my eyes. And you can like feel when like you'll crease or not. Okay, now also I'm gonna dip back into that powder once again, and I'm gonna try to cut my jaw. And then I'll bring it over my chin, so that way I know that they're even. And then I'll fix any mistakes. What I do is I get a little bit more powder and I'll put it like on the point of my nose and then like right here in this area, my T-zone, if you will. I don't like for this area to be really dark on me, so I like to put like a lot right there. And then I just do like a domey shape right there. So while that is like baking and whatnot, what I like to do is I get that same face brush that I use for my foundation. There's like no longer any product on there. You see how like white it is. Then I'll get my MAC Studio Fix powder. It's like basically like a full coverage like foundation powder, I feel, but I'll just swirl a little bit in there, tap off, and then I'll go into my cheek areas. And the same thing on the other side. And then I do the same thing for my forehead. And I just go in circular motions, blend that out. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to set, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush out my eyebrows. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my blending brush from Wet n Wild, and it just looks like a fluffy one. I'm gonna go into my Morphe 350 palette, and I'm gonna take out this, this color right here. And I'm just gonna put it all over my lid, just to add a little bit of color, because I'm going for a natural look. So this is what I do on a daily basis. Not on a daily basis, because I barely put makeup on anymore, but when I do put makeup on, this is what I do. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Alrighty, so now that that orangey color is on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this color down here at the bottom, dab very softly. That's it. Tap. And then I'm gonna go onto the very center of the lid and brush up. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Just watch. That way it's like a little bit darker. Do the same thing. Okay. So that's it for eyeshadow right now. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, so I got these two liners. They're from Color Mates. I had another one, but I'm not quite sure where that one went. But these are just in like the shade brown. They're very like, let me see if I can show you. I think that's what they look like. And I like to put them on my eyelid. I'm gonna sharpen my pencil. But yeah, so like I came home from work and I had like an early shift, and I was like training to be like cash office, so it was only like a 2-hour shift, and I came home, like I left work, and I can't remember for the life of me if it was like that before I left or not, because I did hear like a sound the night before, like around 3 in the morning, and then but I wasn't quite sure because you can hear everything in these apartments, so I just like blew it off. But I'm pretty sure like I would have noticed how badly the handle was broken. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed in the morning, because it would have freaked me out, because I'm a very paranoid person. But when I came home, it was completely like off the hinge. Like you could see, like, you know how like there's like a door, this is the door, and say like the handle's right here, and you know how the door is kind of like thicker, you could like see inside the door. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it was really broken. Let's do this liner. So I like to do it very lightly, and then I like pull. I know you're not supposed to pull on your skin, but I do it anyways, okay? I'm just gonna do it on the as close as I can to my eyelashes, because I don't like really thick liner on me personally, because I have hooded eyelids and I feel like it makes my eyes look, I don't know, just ridiculous for me. And I'll go from the center, and when I go into the corner of my eye, I go on the inside, like near, like right on my waterline, and then I like slowly come out of it. Okay, I fucked up, but it's okay. We'll make do. Don't make fun of my faces, okay? Okay, so that came out a little thicker than what I wanted it to be, but it's fine. We'll do the same thing to the other eye, but we'll mean to do it this time. Wait, I slipped. Oh my god, that was so bad. Why do I whisper when I'm doing this? Like, who am I even whispering to? So I have a stigmatism, so that's why like it looks like I have a lazy eye, but it's a stigmatism. But yeah, so that's why my eyes like shaped differently. Alexa, keep playing that playlist. She just shut off. Alexa, shuffle that playlist. Alexa, play my I Fuck With This playlist heavy on Apple Music, but shuffle it. I'd rather not answer that. This bitch. Thank you. So then, now that I feel like I've baked enough, I'm gonna take that same face brush that I used for my foundation, and with this powder, I'll dab it a little bit in the powder, literally just dabbing it. I'm not gonna dust off the excess, but I'll go ahead and sweep off the top. I get real in there. And I know my face looks ridiculous right now, but I promise it'll come together in the end. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take basically the same, it's the same exact brush, but it's my bronzing brush. So like they're the same brushes from Wet n Wild. They're both the Flawless Face brush. Try saying that 3 times, please, and send me a video of that, because that's fucking funny. And then I'm gonna take my black Radiance pressed powder. This powder works great for me as a bronzer. So what I do, it's broken, by the way. It's so sad. But I just dab a little bit, swirl, dab, tap back into the, what is this called? Back into the fucking container. Yeah, just dab back into it. Dab. Just kidding. And then I tap off. And I suck in my cheeks, and then I'll swirl from up here. Like that. And I like to go back into my hairline, because I feel like that makes it look a little bit more like blended. And do the same thing for the other cheek. Sometimes I like to like pull back to like access that area better. Oh my god. Fuck. That was so bad. Oh my god. Let's go back on. Okay. Now that the cheeks are kind of done, what I do is I'm also going to do my jawline. And I like to do like also under my lip and above here. Just watch. Now that that's done, what I do is I take the beauty blender, go down my nose one more time, my chin one more time, and then I'll clean up whatever I don't like. And I don't leave it on long, I just blend it out instantly. Now what I do is I take that same brush, I clean it off with a wipey or a tissue. Sometimes I do both. Then I'm gonna take my Milani Baked Blush in the same Luminoso. And it's number 5, and it looks like this. it comes with a little brush. Sometimes I use that brush when I like on the road and I forget my brush, but that rarely happens. So then I just swirl it in there, dab, and then I just dab it on my cheeks. Can you tell that we dab a lot here? And I like it because it gives it like that little highlight as well. I like to dab the apples of my cheeks. And then sometimes on cold days, I'll do my nose. Now that I'm looking ridiculous with my foundation on my lips, I like to wipe it off. I always think it's so funny when I do this because like my lips look ridiculous. Now let's move on to eyebrows. Okay, I like to brush them up with either with this brush, which is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil, or I like to use my Anastasia brush that I got with my Dip Brow Pomade because it's a little bit more sturdy. So I like to brush up my brows. Lately I've been using this pencil only because I like the way it like lines things, but my Dip Brow is like probably my ultimate favorite. So this is what the the brow pencil looks like. It's kind of like triangular and it has that point right there. Oh, there you go. So it comes out like that, and I like to use the thinnest point at the top to line everything. So what I do is I just follow my natural arch. I don't like to do too much with my brows anymore because I think I'm done. I'm past that age already. And then I just feather it out. Fill in any gaps. And then use the brush and blend all that out. Then I get the brush from the Anastasia brush, and I just brush it up. Okay, so I have this gel that I use. I'm not quite sure where I got it from. I think it came with like, I've had it for years and years. It looks like this. It was a clear gel, but I put like a little bit of what is it called? Eyeshadow in it. So it's like a light brown clear gel. It goes on clear though, you see? You see? It's just, and then I just brush my hairs up in the direction that I like them to go. Lately I've liked them being like more natural and bushy, so I'll go up like that. And then you see how they're like a little bit drastic, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get some scissors. Normally I have smaller scissors than this, but then I'll just get some scissors and I'll cut them to the length that I want it. And continue brushing upwards. There we go. Now let's do the same to the other eyebrow. Get the clear gel. I don't know what I just licked on my lips. Clear gel and brush them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and do my mascara. The mascara I'm using is going to be the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Carbon Black mascara. I love this mascara. I used to use it in high school all the time, along with the CoverGirl, you know the orange CoverGirl tubed one. I forgot what that one's called. These are my all-time favorite mascaras. This one is just the one that I'm like grabbing, like going for the most, you know? And right here, I just like to do the bottom, like basically make it more voluminous at the bottom, the base of my lashes. That way when I put my fake lashes on, it'll be great. And do you see how I just put fucking mascara on my eyelid? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me lashes. I think I'm gonna do the, I was like, where'd they go? They were right in front of my face. Excuse me, I think I'm gonna do these very natural looking lashes. They're the Ardell Professional's natural lashes in the style natural. This is what it looks like. They're very like thin, very natural, obviously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some tweezers and measure these bad boys out. So let's see. They match my lid. I'm going to take the Kiss strip eyelash adhesive, and mine's like the little sample one, so it's like a little. I don't buy bigger bottles because I don't wear lashes all the time. And what I'm doing is I just like to curve it, if you can see, make it more flexible. There you go, that's the word. And then I'll just place it on the top like that, let it dry for a second. Then I'll take the same tweezers, grab the top corner. I like to do the corner first. Oh my god, I've never done that before. Okay, I can't talk. I have to like hold my breath. Now I'm just gonna let that one dry. Let those dry for a little bit. Then I'll put a little bit more oil because I have dry ass lips. Then what I like to do is I get that same brown eyeliner and I like to line my lips like that, but very lightly. Just the corners. And what I do next is I get this one is from LA Colors. It's a matte lip gloss. It's in the color, it's like a corally color, but it doesn't have the color on there. Now that my lashes are good, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with more mascara. The only thing about this lip gloss is the fact that when they dry, they get super cracky. So what I like to do is I'll put some chapstick. I like to take like the excess on the spoolie, on the mascara spoolie, and then I'll like lightly brush my eyebrows with it. Especially right here, because I have little hairs right here that just don't like to like pop out. Does that make sense? And I feel like that just kind of makes it look a little better. Then once all of that is done, I know like so many steps, I like to get my Morphe brush in this kind of shape. It's thick, you see. And then I'll get my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Golden Flower Crown. Put it on my nose, and then like the tip of my nose, and then like the top of the bridge. And then my Cupid's bow. So I accidentally washed my freaking chapstick, but I usually use the Burt's Bees in the shade Pomegranate, and this is basically my completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I said I was gonna do like a story time, but on Friday, but I'm thinking of doing something different. So comment what you think is gonna be next in the next video. So thanks a lot, you guys, for watching and coming back. And I know this isn't like my typical vlogging videos. I promise I'm not gonna stop doing that. And this might be boring to some people, and I am in no way a professional, but here's a completed look. Have a great one, you guys.